Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're customizing the brand new Declasse Tampa GT in Grand Theft Auto Online. Obviously GTA Plus has had this thing for a little while now, but we just got it released today. So of course, you know we're going to be customizing it. Starting off in the LS car meet, because this thing is HSW upgradable, so you can put that upgrade on it. It is going to cost $1,400,000, which is a lot of money, but I've heard it makes this thing pretty fast, so we are going to do it, of course. Starting off with the armor, we're going to go all the way up on that. The brakes, HSW brakes for sure. Engine, HSW engine tune, of course. For the suspension, I'm going to go HSW suspension, I do believe. Transmission, HSW. Turbo, stage 3, HSW, of course. To get started with the bumper options, we do have a few different options here. I don't exactly have a build in mind right now, but I kind of have like a slight idea of something that I might kind of like to do with the car. So we'll see what we end up with here. But I do kind of like the look of the winged race splitter. The only other thing is the chrome extended splitter, which I actually think I'm going to go for that. I think it looks a little bit more classy, so we will do that. I absolutely hate the camera angle in here, guys. I'm really sorry about it. This car is really big and the camera angle sucks. So anyway, we're just going to have to go for it. The rear bumpers, I feel like there's some good ones, but I don't want to go for anything like too aggressive, but I also don't want to go like just stock. Maybe we'll go for the slim rear bumper. I do kind of like the look of it. Let's go for that. For the exhaust, we have the oval exhaust. We also have the carbon wrapped version of that. We have some big ones. We got some side sort of exits, and then we got some like mid side exits as well. We got some fender exits. Those are kind of cool. And right back to the back of the car. Maybe the chrome exhaust, honestly. Kind of like the look of it. We'll go for that. Why not? For the grille, we can go for the grille with slats. We can go for the one with plastic slats, chrome slats, secondary slats, or the slender vertical grille. Plastic, slender vertical. We got the plastic with chrome slender. Oh my god, there's so many different options that basically look the exact same. I'm gonna go for anything. I'm kind of thinking, I don't even know, dude. Grille with slats. Let's go for that one. For the hood, I actually really like the stock hood. I think it looks great, but we will check out the other ones and just see if there's anything that can be done. The shaker hood is pretty cool, and I also like the fact that it's like secondary colored or it's like plastic. That is pretty cool. I like the street hood even more than that. I just wish it was in the body color though. It's kind of annoying to me. Definitely gonna go for the street hood. I feel like it just looks way better than the rest, so we'll go for that. For the headlights, we will go, I think, xenon or white. Let's go white actually, and for the neon kit, I'm also gonna go front, back, and sides in white. For the respray, I'm just gonna quickly make it silver so that we can do the livery option here. We got black stripes, we got white stripes, we got racing stripes, we got weekend racer, we have weekday racer, we have pro stock, we have the monarch, the chief, lowrider detailing, we have HSW racing or HSW elite. As far as they go, I kind of feel like I like the black stripes a little bit. I feel like that is pretty clean looking, so I think I'm going to go for that. I think I'm going to go for the mirrors next, and we'll do those, maybe the torpedo wing mounted mirrors, but or the race wing mounted mirrors. Let's do those in chrome as well. We might as well. Yellow and black for the plate. For the respray color on this, I think I'm going to go for a dew yellow. I think dew yellow is going to look really sick. So let's go ahead and see dew yellow. I feel like it's a very like old car like fitting color, you know what I mean? I feel like it really pops. For the secondary color, I think I'm just going to keep it black. I don't really see anything that it's actually doing, so we'll just keep it black. We might as well. For the roof, we got the roof rack. We got the classic roof rack. We have the rack with luggage. We also have the modern surfboard, the rugged rack roof basket, or the Mark II version of that. Not a fan. Gonna leave it alone. For the spoiler, we got the custom ducktail. We also have the secondary ducktail, the plastic ducktail, carbon ducktail. We have the street ducktail as well. We have that in secondary plastic or carbon. We have a big ducktail, the race ducktail to be specific, and we have that in the same color options. We got the competition ducktails. We have the tuner ducktails as well. HSW ducktail 1, 2, and 3 as well. As far as they go, I think the only one to go for is going to be the street ducktail in the primary color, so let's do that. We got HSW suspension on this thing. As far as the wheels go, I think I'm going to go to the muscle category, and I think I'm going to do them in chrome because I feel like it's going to look really sick with this thing. And I think the Dodmans actually look incredibly good, so we're going to go for that. And for the tires, we will go bulletproof, of course, and for the windows, I'm going to do a light smoke, nothing too crazy, but pretty happy with how this is looking, so let's take it outside. We're going to do a sound test and a full review on the car as well. So I'm excited for it, especially with HSW. I feel like this thing's going to be like legendary, actually. I kind of feel like it's going to be awesome. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a listen to the vehicle. I feel like it just kind of sounds like every other muscle car I've ever driven, to be honest. Nothing that I wasn't expecting there, though. I mean, every single GTA muscle car sounds pretty much identical. So, yeah. Not missing out on much with the sound of this vehicle. But as far as the performance goes, it's definitely got some power. That is for sure. It's also got a really bouncy feeling suspension setup, which is kind of cool. Kind of reminds me of how like the GTA 4 cars look when they're driving around, like just bouncing everywhere. So that's kind of hilarious, I think. And I do like it. And honestly, the handling is not nearly as bad as I kind of anticipated it to be. I thought it was going to be awful. I thought this car was just going to be good in a straight line, and that was it. And I guess for the most part, that's like kind of true so far. It is good in a straight line. I definitely wouldn't consider this car to be like very stable feeling, that's for sure, at least not right now. But we're going to take it into the hills here, and we're going to see just how well it does in the hills in some twisty sort of environment. So I think it looks fantastic, though. I'm really happy with how this thing's turned out. I actually really like my build today, which is good. And as far as the performance goes in the hills, oh dear. Yeah, that wheel spin's killing me a little bit here. You know what? I've driven worse cars for sure, and I feel like despite the immense power, it is actually relatively easy to control. I feel like if you pop the handbrake and get the wheels like spinning like crazy, it's actually a lot of fun too, which is sick, but it's not going to be the easiest car to handle, that's for sure, especially with HSW. I kind of wish that I drove it a little more without HSW. I did drive it over to the car meet, but yeah, it was unupgraded. So with HSW, it's definitely really fast. And it has a lot of power, which is going to spin up the wheels, which is going to make it handle a little bit worse and just tend to have the rear end kind of oversteer on you, which is to be completely expected, of course. So can't even really fault the car at all there. 1.4 mil for the HSW upgrade, I feel like is kind of a lot for this vehicle, especially considering I think it costs around 1.4 million to start with. You know, you're into it for about like 2.8 mil. And that's not even counting all the upgrades and stuff. So that is kind of a lot of money for a muscle car, especially one that I don't think is going to be realistically like better than the Declasse Vigoro ZX with HSW. I just don't really see a world in which that happens. Like maybe top speed wise this thing will beat it. It does feel really fast, so I will say that. But as far as the whole overall package and handling and stuff goes, the Vigoro clears this thing pretty easily, I would say. As far as looks go, though, I really do like this thing. I'm actually very happy with how it's turned out. So I think you can do some cool builds with it. I think it's a decent car to drive. I think it's fun. I'm definitely having a fun time with it. Is it worth the money, though? Probably not. Probably not. Unless you're a big fan of whatever car this thing's based on, I would think it's probably some, I want to say a Chevelle or a Dodge, or like a cross between like an old Chevelle and like a Dodge Dart perhaps, or maybe an Impala. Let me know how wrong I am in the comments. I'm sure you were already typing it, but anyways, let me know. But I think it's a little overpriced. That's my only real complaint with it. Other than that, it's fast as hell. The handling is not that terrible, and it's cool looking. What more can you really ask for other than fair value, you know? And apparently you can't ask for that because it's not fair value, but for the right person, it might be. So if that's you, if you like this thing a lot, if you think it's worth it, buy it for sure. But for most people, I would say you're probably going to want to avoid it and try to get it on sale if you do kind of want it. So anyway, guys, that's it for the Declasse Tampa GT customization and review in GTA Online. Let me know what you thought of my build in the comments down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, dislike if you didn't, of course, and consider subscribing if you guys are new. With that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Peace.